This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. The UNI men's basketball team split again here in the Missouri Valley Conference. A huge win Wednesday night against Evansville, but then falling their first home loss of the year against a very good Indiana State team. Coach, let's start in chronological order. Almost got 100 points and set a new school record with 17 made three-pointers. Everyone was hitting on Wednesday.
Yeah, the guys put in a terrific performance. Really quite a show at the offensive end of the floor. In that Evansville game, and it came after Nate, who's been one of our guys been in double figures a lot for us, gets hurt just a couple minutes into the game, and we proceed to go and get 95, and so we had a lot going on offense. I thought Dion and Wes do such a good job of creating things for our team, and then Seth has touched the ball a lot here in the last few weeks, and he has just been we've been able to go to him, and he's either getting fouled, or he's getting a basket, or he's finding the right guy, and he's getting doubled from different spots on the floor. And but I thought he was great in that Evansville game in terms of being patient enough to find the right guy.
And Tuttle was honored right before the game. He's the newest Panther, inducted in the 1,000 Career Point Club, and his style is changing, not maybe shooting the three as much, real aggressive, taking it to the hole.
Yeah, that's been a good change for him. He spent a lot of time in the offseason working on that jump shot, which I think we'll do that again this offseason. I think it's important for him to develop that part of his game. But I think early, that first month and a half or so, maybe led to, should I shoot a jump shot right now, or should I drive it? And he's just been much more aggressive here of late, and that's helped him play better, and it's helped our team. There aren't a lot of guys that you can throw it to on the block, or you can put them up at the top in space off a ball screen that have that size, that quickness, and ability to see the floor and have a feel to find guys when help comes. And so he's a hard matchup right now, just because he's been so aggressive.
Tuttle had a big performance Saturday against Indiana State. He had another double-double. Dion Mitchell scored 18 points in the first half. Wes Washman, a career high. But unfortunately, it was just those three really with the point production, and a big second half run to start that second half pulled Indiana State, and they end up closing out for the close win.
Yeah, and that in a night like Saturday with the Indiana State, we had played our best half in a long time in that first half.
Yeah.
That's as good as we've played, and as I watched that half unfold, Eric, that's as good as I've seen just about anybody play in the last few weeks. We were terrific, and I think a big part of that was our defense. We were able to keep Indiana State away from the basket some, but we were able to keep them out of transition because our offense was going so good. And to start the second half, we got Wes at the basket, we got a basket, and then we got touched the ball a lot. He touched it a bunch, and he found the right guys, and we just couldn't get enough to go to keep us rolling from an offensive standpoint, because obviously that helps us when we're putting points in the book, but it keeps Indiana State out of transition. They've got enough when they go with that smaller lineup that if they get into the open floor, they're hard to stay in front of. And as we missed shots in that first 5 or 6 minutes of the second half, that just got them in the open floor, and that really hurt us.
Nate Buss hurt out a couple of weeks with injuries. Other guys need to step up. You went to your bench a lot tonight, and the guys that did come in did produce for you.
Yeah, and I thought they were great in that first half. They were a big part of what happened. Ted and Marv and Matt Morrison, that extended minutes for those guys, and I thought they were great in that first half. Things got away from us a little bit in the second half, and I went with some of the guys that have been playing a little bit more in the second half, but I thought our bench was good tonight.
The Panthers have a very sharp shooter in Bohannon, and we have a feature on him coming up later in the show. UNI currently leads the Valley in points per game and made three-pointers. Just talk about what Bo does for your offense there and the threat for defense.
The start of conference play, he's shot it at 50% or a little better than 50%. He's making over 3 a game, and tonight he hit a game where he missed some that he's been making and making a lot of. Getting 7 of them off the way he's playing right now, he could have easily made 4 or 5 of them. But he's put a lot of time in like he always does. But he was able to get himself, after struggling there early, he worked hard to get himself back on track, and he's been there since. He's been terrific in conference play.
We'll have that feature coming up right after this. Make sure you get to the McLeod Center as the Panthers host Wichita State Saturday at 8 p.m. Again, the Shockers last year in the Final Four, this year ranked in the top 5 of the nation. The Panthers also play at Illinois State this week. So big week for the Panthers. and get to the McLeod Center to support them. Plenty more PST right after this.